Hi guys, so I apologize that you guys did not get to see YaBro's reaction, um, because I forgot to hit record the first time we did this. But
Yeah,
we did this
you
just a
just
minute
you
ago,
just you
and
really
YaBro was very
destroyed
I'm sorry.
you really destroyed the surprise factor they had.
YaBro was so surprised. He was like, "What? No! Don't show this! Don't show this!" Um, so YaBro is playing ahha, and YaBro, do you want to tell them the terms of your agreement? I guess.
Yeah, that was just a sparring match, and before somebody mentions it, I know Farok uploaded this replay, I believe, but there are things I have to explain.
Okay.
Yeah, I played without any pure cards and without Dryad, and he plays his Shadow Frost ranked deck. Yeah, and let's see what happens. He goes instant tier 2, and I grab a well because I don't have a chance when I don't have a tier 1 advantage. So
Right.
if you guys play versus any deck, just play good tier 1 and you'll win versus every guy.
Oh, it's important to note that this was rooted, guys, because he really didn't want this nasty to come by.
Yeah, because I can't afford to lose any units, and I killed this Forsaken squad.
Right.
So it was a okay trade for me. I spent 45 power and he lost 50 power.
Right. And so we noticed that Aha takes a monument and then he immediately takes a well. And we were talking about this, and you were saying Shadow and Nature are pretty much equal in tier 1 unless Shadow has Phase Tower, and Aha does not have Phase Tower.
I
But,
wouldn't say that it's completely equal because I believe that it's very hard for a Shadow player versus... I believe that this is the only matchup without Phase Tower in which Nature is the easier one to play.
okay.
Because you really have to focus on splitting up your Dread Chargers and not running into stupid routes.
Okay.
So, but it's a pretty even matchup. Yeah,
Alright.
you can
Uh,
go on.
but we noticed that Aha goes tier 2 immediately, and then he takes the well, which, I mean, arguably it's better to take the well and then to take the tier 2 because you get a little bit of power. But Aha did this, I guess, because his tier 2 is very strong. It has good pressure against nature. And also, I think Aha wanted to minimize the tier 1 phase of the game, right?
Yeah.
Because Aha is playing a very defensive Lost Souls. So basically, he can go into a tier 3 down power and still win because he's probably got a really big Lost Souls tier 3.
Yeah. We'll see why. I'll explain it again after you mess up the last replay. But we'll see what happens in tier 3. That's basically, many people, Farok also mentions that you should never grab a well after your opponent grab the well. But Shadow Frost is a special case because like 3 or 4 energy can make the difference. But the defensive style of Shadow Frost is so easy to execute compared to other playstyles that when you can get to tier 3, those little disadvantages don't mean a single thing because your tier 3 will just overwhelm your opponent.
Yeah, bro, it sounds like you're salty about something.
I'm not. No, I'm not. No, I don't have a problem with Shadow Frost because maybe with the tier 3 a bit, but I've played versus many Shadow Frost players because the whole ranked was just filled with Shadow Frost, but I don't feel like it's overpowered. No.
No, of course not.
No, I know, we all know that Shadow Frost is the strongest deck in the game. But I played Shadow Nature and it's a pretty good matchup versus Shadow Frost. It's pretty even, I
Alright.
believe.
There's the tier 2.
So I'm not that salty about Shadow Frost, but I have to admit that Shadow Frost is a bit too strong.
Yeah, maybe it's not salty, it's just, I guess, envy. It's like, oh man,
Serious?
I wish my deck
You're,
was that strong.
you're really up today, right? You just you didn't record the first game, and now you You calling me salty?
It's a joke.
I know.
So yeah, Aha is just welling up because he wants to have a lot of power for his tier 3. Um, and that's probably a mistake, I think, because YaBro's gonna come in and hit and drop some stuff.
Yeah, what he did wrong, he just took 2 wells more than me. And with Shadow Frost, you don't want any risks in tier 1 and tier 2. You just want to play it safe the whole time. So 1 well was fine, but 2 wells is always a bad idea.
Can we also talk about how much damage, like, 4 Windweavers does? It's a lot of damage.
Yeah, that's pretty heavy.
And looks like this is about to drop. There it goes.
Yep. I'm pretty unlucky that I couldn't kick both wells.
Oh yeah, and Eruption would be pretty nice here. Or you could spawn. Oh, I guess there's a couple trick.
Yeah. That's don't be too harsh. Just I want to get that well down versus a Shadow Frost or any Frost Splash, because they have just so good protection spells, and every Frost Splash has their ways to deal with dazed units.
Right. Oh, you did drop it.
Yeah, because he just had to use his Glacier Shell on the upper well.
Mm.
So rather than just spawning a second Burrower, try to distract him on a different spot.
Right. That's good advice. And you've still got these Windweavers from like the very beginning of the game.
Yeah. I mean, many people would just kill their tier 1 units, but I don't think that you should ever kill your tier 1 units. Except for maybe one thing that when you're going tier 2 and your opponent is very far away and has a huge attack incoming where your tier 1 units aren't in close range, you can kill your tier 1 units. But only if you're really sure that you can defend this attack.
Right. Yeah, that's how I feel also. I feel like people kill their tier 1 units too much. But they're also better than me, so like it's hard for me to say they're doing something wrong.
That high tech makes this very often, but when I see it, I don't know. If they're really on low health and stuff, it's okay, but I wouldn't recommend just killing your tier 1 units.
All right. Also, I think
nature is a different case than fire, so
yeah,
you should rather kill your fire units than your nature units. Never kill your nature tier 1 units.
okay, yeah, because they're very strong. And so you go tier 3 here, and
yeah, that was bad from me. Maybe not that I take the tier 3 there, but my mistake was I should have used the Burrower to prevent this tier 3.
Yeah. And you could you got so much power, you could just spawn a bajillion burrowers and hit like 3 bases right now.
Yeah, that was just stupid for me. I just wanted to play this awesome tier 3 I have, which is completely useless versus Shadow Frost.
Yeah, tier 3 fire.
Yeah. But
also,
I really don't know. What else should I have played that works better?
I feel like Shadow's kind of good with nature. The problem is I think Fire Nature is actually the worst tier 3 in the game.
Yeah.
So
and I just splashed to Fire Nature. So props to me.
Yeah, I would never splash to Fire Nature. I would splash always away from Fire Nature. Because I think Fathom Lord is good, but Fire tier 3 cards are not good except for Giant Slayer. And there's really not much that combos with Giant Slayer. And you can't even do that because you start with 2 Nature Orbs.
Yeah. The only reason I splashed to Fire was because of Magma Hurler, and it's pretty cheap. Because I don't have any pure cards, and...
if you want an M counter, you should take Thornbark.
No, I hate Thornbark. After I played versus Elendil and he totally failed with Thornbark versus me, I hate this card. Because it reminds me of this embarrassing game I played versus Elendil.
All right.
No,
So,
Thornbark is really weak, and I believe that Magma Hurler is better than Thornbark.
oh, okay. I mean, yeah, Thornbark is weak, but I think Magma Hurler is also weak.
Yeah, in that case versus Silver and Lancers, Thornbark is not only better because of their M counter, but because the Magma Hurler can't damage the
Yeah,
Silver and Lancers.
exactly. And most M units in tier 3 are going to be squads. Like, I
Yeah.
think everyone except Giant Slayer. No, I guess there's like Cultist Master and Timeless One. Never mind.
Yeah, but I mean, Cultist Master summons 3 units, so you can count him as a squad, maybe.
Okay. Yeah, so do you guys see how, even though YaBro was up at the end of tier 2, the transition to tier 3 really favored ahha because just of the way ahha's deck was, right? So, depending on the deck you play, it's not necessarily the like, you can still win when you go into a tier 3 where you're down.
Yeah, but just the deciding factor in that game was just the Timeless One.
Yeah.
Because you can see that I play also a big tier 3. I play 4 tier 3 cards. I mean, it's a pretty weak tier 3, but
yeah, it's like
it's a 4
Jones
card tier 3. And what really killed me were, on the one side, the Silver and Lancers, of course, because I have no real counter for them. But the thing that really why this whole play style from ahha works out is because there's no need for you to have an advantage, a big advantage in tier 3, or little disadvantages don't matter because he has the Timeless One. And he can just, he can have so much time when you have a Timeless One. I mean, if you're tier 3 and you can CC your opponent for 20 seconds in every base, you have like so much energy that you can spawn 3 or 4 Silver and Lancers. I mean, 15 to 20 seconds is a very long time in tier 3 to gain so much power. And that's the whole point of Timeless One.
Right. Now, why the Lost Horror instead of a Grigori?
Because he's a rebel.
Okay. That's kind of what I figured. But he's not as much a rebel as you are, at least in this
No.
deck.
It was just a sparring match, so...
Yeah. Alright guys, thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed YaBro's attempt at a pure nature deck. I'm kidding. Alright, thanks for watching.
I hope so.